Okay, it looks like I'm live. Give me just a second. I was looking for something I haven't quite found yet. Did I put it in here maybe? Itchy nose. Okay. Now there's one other place to check. Hold on. Check these. See if I slipped it in one of those. Okay. First of all, let me get over to YouTube so I can see things the way everybody else will. Oh, please agree with me. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That's what I wanted. This has got all the fun stuff in it. There's definitely not in there, I don't think. No. It's just postcards. All right, almost to YouTube. Let's see, here we go. I don't know if I'm going to have to mute or not. Oops, okay, there we go. All right. Hey, Jacqueline and Hottie Popo, I haven't seen you in forever. How you doing? Rebecca, Krabby's in the house. Hello. Oh, let me put myself on live chat. I'm on top chat. Hey, Renee, how you doing? All right, so what I'm looking for is not in there. So I'm missing a sticker. Good, I'm glad you're doing well. I know you're in Rosemary's all the time, but I feel like I never can make it in there. I'm either going live or something else is going on. I do love her streams, though. She's got so much fun stuff going on. Okay. So I did get to harvesting some maps and stuff. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Did I get your Instagram message? Let me check. I don't know. Let me see. Was it recently? Oh, boy. I never know where to go to look for that stuff. Oh, here we go. I think it just came up. Hold on, I'm looking right now. If you're coming in right now, I'm not on the chat screen. I am looking for something in a message, and I will be right back over there. I'm not ignoring you or failing to say hello. I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday weekend. It's only 6 o'clock here, so we haven't really heard any fireworks today. You know, we've got to wait for the sun to set before all the jackasses come out with their fireworks, and then it will. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I made you stay up late and then I wasn't on. I was supposed to be on yesterday, but it was crazy in the house and my desk was not cleared off. I was not prepared to work on this travel book or my Halloween book, so I postponed it to today. And Lovely stayed up last night to watch it, and she was dinking around, and then all of a sudden it was set for tomorrow. So I'm sorry that you stayed up and you were waiting for me. I'm so sorry. So Rosemary turned me onto this paper, actually. It's a roll of, I think it's medical paper. It's not deli paper. It's thicker than that. It's actually for dyeing. I did not dye this because it's going to be all covered in maps. And I cut it a little bit bigger than the covers we're going to use, because I hate it when you go to fold something over and you collaged all over the top of it and you've got a seam that just doesn't hit right. So I wanted to give myself a little bit of movement on here. So I thought we'd start out with doing the covers for the trip book. I went through all the maps and I took out sections that were from the trip. I had trouble with New Mexico. Was the only visitor center we did not stop at. The first time we went through, it was on the other side of the road because we missed the one going in, apparently. And when we came back, it wasn't open. So I found that oh, cool. Working and lurking. That's nice. So I pulled out the travel magazine I got for Albuquerque, and these are the two maps I got. I think this one is more fun. We went through all of New Mexico, but we did stop in Albuquerque for a little thrifting. So I thought this might be fun to include. Hey, Mary, how you doing? And this I'm going to save for the inside of the book because we went by the signs for Vegas, and I did not realize there was a Vegas in New Mexico, which I thought was funny. And then just a few days ago, I'm rewatching CSI. No, Criminal Minds. I'm rewatching Criminal Minds. And they had an episode that was in Vegas, New Mexico. So just a little funny thing. So I'm going to save that aside for the book in the box with all the other stuff. And I'm not going to use glue stick on this because I think that will have horrible results. So we're just going to use regular old glue. How you doing tonight, Mary? Hope you're not working yourself too hard. 2 jobs over there. Okay. You guys are going to have to bear with me for a second. My glue bottle is almost empty. I didn't even think to check it before I went live. Cardinal sin of live stuff, right? Totally did not check. So I'm guessing everybody that's in here is a not fireworks kind of person. Apparently this morning, Mike got up with the dogs because that's what he does. So they can go out for their morning. With his new schedule, he doesn't have to be to work till 11 in the morning. But, you know, they're conditioned from his old shift to want to go out between 7 and 8 in the morning. Apparently he went out with Ginger and Ozzy, and Ozzy decided to piddle all over him. Ooh, that's nice. So you guys are crafting along with your own crafts. Cool. If you're just lurking and watching, that's good too. We'll take viewers however we get them. I'm sorry, I know this is not exciting. I wonder if I could just get it to pour out faster. This could be a disaster in the making. But only if I can get the lid off this bottle. There we go. All right. Wish me luck. Try not to fill it too full because I'm going to need to put a little bit of water in here. Okay. Because this bottle's getting a little thick. All right. So we need something to stir it with. Yeah, she did. She went. He's excitable. So, but Mike is definitely his person. So we joke now that Mike has been claimed fully by the dog. But he's probably the most skittish big dog I've met. He's a chocolate lab. I think he's only about a year old, maybe a little over a year. And He, I had just never seen a big dog that afraid of everything. Poor guy. Beautiful dog, though, and just as loving as can be. All right, so that should be full enough. Now we had to clean the brush, the thing I used to stir with. Okay. I glue all over everything, including myself. Oh, Renee, you must be further east than me because it's still light outside here, so we shouldn't hear anything for some time yet. Okay, so I want to start. I want to put the name of the places we went onto the front too, if I can. So I tried to take off each map the name of the states we went through. So we'll see how we work that in. And then I'm going to put this kind of in the middle because I don't want to get too far out, even though I'm going to collage all the way to the edge. I don't want to put anything super interesting like way over here. So what did I do with my pencil? Well, it's going to be collaged over. I don't suppose it matters if I use pen. The whole thing's going to get collaged over. And then the other side will get covered, so. Hey, that did not work out at all. Yeah, let's try that again. Oh, there we go. All right. That was kind of anticlimactic, wasn't it? Okay. They tried to get me in. I don't know if Hottie Popo's still in here, but they tried to get me in trouble with you the last time I had a sale a couple of weeks ago. Rosemary was in here, and I had pink paper, and she's like, "Oh, too bad Rosemary's not here." I was like, "I don't think Rosemary." From what I remember, I didn't think you were a pink paper. And then she revealed later that you hate pink paper, and that's what I thought I remembered. So they tried to get me in trouble. It's dusk there. Oh, you heard about that? Yeah, they totally. Okay, this is not going on, but I have been joking since forever about going to see the world's largest ball of twine. And I am so bummed because this is from the map of Kansas. We were there. Wichita's kind of over here. Here is the world's largest ball of twine. It's on the map. I don't know if you, right there. So Els never wants to go back to Kansas again, but I'm going to have to make a trip because I want to see the world's largest ball of twine. So I'm keeping that for my someday book. I just thought it was funny and I wanted to show you guys. Because before I ever considered going on a road trip with Els, I have been planning, and I have a couple of friends who love to travel. So, let's start with Nevada, which is here. And I had to doctor it because I only ripped the southern half of. So we went on the 161 down here. And then else kind of went weird. So she kind of went down this way and then over through Searchlight. Then over to Kingman. And we went through the Fort Mojave Indian Reservation. So I really only need like this portion down here. But it all doesn't need to be on there. I just want to kind of get. We didn't go through the Lake Mead Recreation Area. So somewhere on here, this needs to be a thing. Yeah, still light out there at 8 p.m. Okay, so that's our Las Vegas portion. And then we can use pieces of the other for the back. The back's not going to, the back of anything is never terribly interesting. So that's the rest of Nevada. And then we went through Arizona, I think. I gotta find the map of the US again. I'm so bad. Wait, I did the thing. We went, yeah, from Nevada to Arizona. So this is the whole thing we did in Arizona, but I can't do the whole thing. We did go through Kingman, and then we went through Flagstaff. And since Flagstaff's more visually interesting, we'll take that portion of the map. And maybe we'll use a longer piece of this on the back. So like I say, we don't need this down here though, I don't think. Okay. And then we went to New Mexico, which is going to be this little fun bit. So obviously I am not a fireworks person. I don't. Totally. This is fun. So what do I want to get off here? I want to be able to use part of this on the back. So we definitely went through Albuquerque. So let's take this part. And I'll leave the little alien part for the something else. So Albuquerque. I think I want this to be down here, and we'll put. It doesn't have to be in order. It just needs to include all of them. Maybe should have tea-dyed this. Well, it doesn't matter because it's going to wrap around. So maybe what we want is to start off at the top with something just kind of generally mappy. I need a good paper portion of a map. Let's start with this, just this right here. It's Texas, but we can build off that. So let's just glue that piece down. Are we going to ink? Should we ink? We should probably ink. Okay, we'll ink. So I started, this is not the good ink pad. This is probably the good ink pad. I was on Hulu last night, or yesterday at some point. And I saw a series called Scream Queens. And it had Jamie Lee Curtis in it. It's like I don't know what network originally aired it, but I thought, how bad could it be? Because it's got Jamie Lee Curtis in it. Oh my God, it is awful. Like, it's so bad. Yet I'm still watching it, right? Just can't help myself. I spent a good portion of yesterday out in the garage in Garagelandia, starting up more batches for the current color, and I'm just tea-dyeing my heart out. After, I think it's 2 more batches, I have a pile I'm working through of stuff that I wanted to dye. But after that, I think I want to do a few batches of coffee because I haven't done coffee in forever. I'll have to brew the coffee out in the garage, though. Else doesn't like the smell. But I miss doing coffee, and it's just been a long time. So we're going to start here with this piece as general cover. That's not the right glue. What am I doing? I've lost my little cap for this glue, so hopefully that won't turn into a problem during this particular session. I always forget that this one lets a lot of glue out. And I thought it was just one season. In addition to all of that, I thought it was just one season. No, it is way more than one season. There was at least 2 seasons, and I'd never heard of it at all. Yes, I love the lightness of the tea dye. Don't get me wrong. I love both kinds of paper for different reasons. It depends on the application, but I do. Coffee was what I originally started with. And I've largely stopped here, mostly because Els does not like the smell of coffee. And I think I want another piece of map going this way. See if I can find, maybe we'll use some of this Nevada map that we didn't use yet. Okay. Goes this way. And it's okay if it's got a hard edge. And so I've just kind of been, I didn't intend to stop altogether. I just reached a point where production really slowed down and I didn't have time to do both. So I focused on tea. But I think it's time to start. Let's go ahead and just soften that. I don't think I want to do it right up over the top of that. I want to move it down a little bit more. And, you know, you get the same effects. It's just they're darker and grungier. And I realized I'd kind of gotten away from, quote unquote, my roots. And I'm just, I just want to do it. I just want to do it. I love dyeing paper. And I noticed that several people have gotten the bug, and that is just so fun to me. I love it when people find something they like to do. Maybe that they didn't know they like to do. Use a little, it's gluey, but not quite gluey enough because this is a little shiny, so we'll reinforce some of the corners with the stick glue, but I don't want to use that as the main thing, even though it will make the paper a little wrinkly. I don't want parts of the cover popping off later on, you know. So yeah, we'll see some coffee paper coming up and some other ephemera. And I think I'm going to get some, oh, you know what Els found for me? Oh, it's way down on the bottom there. I'm using it to separate paper right now, but she found yesterday, her and Mike went out to do something, and they must have stopped by a thrift store. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It just stopped right there. What the heck? Okay. So now we know this is going to be inside the lines here. And I think I want to do, we'll tuck, where's the line? Can't see it. Well, let's line the book up with the bottom. With the bottom. It's going to make it right along here. So close to that green line. All right, so now I know where to line it up at. It's close to this green line. So we'll do that one right there. And that's going to go over the fold a little bit, but that's okay. I just want to be able to see the Flagstaff on there. We're going to have to put a map down this side too. Okay, so this is good. This is good. Well, that's what I'm counting on, that there's enough people that that can't or just don't like it. Some people really, really don't like the mess. Els will dye her own stuff, but she's not a, she's what's a nice way to say it? She's very neat and orderly. And so, you know, sometimes in that instance, I want that part. I also don't want this hard line. Oh, hold on. Kind of a type A when it comes to messes like with the crafts. Like she'll immediately pop up. my tendency is I will soak things as I'm going and then wash it all at the end. And she washes right away. So it's just a different personality. One or the other is not right or wrong. That's not what I'm saying at all. Oh, thanks, Mary. But there are a lot of people out there that do some pretty amazing paper dyeing. Rosemary does really good eco dyed paper. And she makes coffee or tea too, I think. I don't see that as often, but I know she does it. Christy at Meta Studios is doing some really nice grungy papers right now with stenciling on them. Some kind of Zen kind of things. Her thing is mandala, so that's kind of her jam. But she also just does regular coffee paper, and she does tea. She does hibiscus tea and a couple others, which creates really nice effects and a good color. Who else? Michelle H, Girly Girl. Oh, she does some really nice papers. She does the lacy paper. And I think she mostly does it in the summer because it's her process, which I'm not entirely sure what it is, requires heat. And I think she said she does it out either on her lawn or her driveway. But her paper is like spectacular. I do not personally own any, but I've seen it unboxed on quite a few lives. Her quality is amazing. And she gets pretty standard. I don't know how she gets, like, when I lay paper out and I try to get effect from like lace and stuff, mine does not come out as cool and crisp as hers does. So I think I need to tear some of that off and I'll use it somewhere else. So I'm trying to cover. Who else does paper? I just had another name in my head that I know does paper. But there are as many processes and ways to do it as there are crafters out there. Experiment. Try a few. If you're not a dyer yourself and you buy paper, a lot of them are complimentary. I'm not saying I don't want you to buy mine because I totally do. Like, it's my income, man. But try it all. I love Rosemary's Eco Dyed paper. It's a beautiful. Someday I will own some. But then I would, you know what? I feel like I would buy that and I would hoard it because I wouldn't be able to afford it very often. But for a couple of the creepy journals that I want to do, not kitschy cute, but genuinely creepy, I would love to have some of her Eco Dyed papers for. So I'm kind of saving up for that. All right, so we decided kind of the green line right here, so that's going to go right there. Aw, thanks, Mary. I'm glad you like my work. I'm not saying you need to go buy everything. I'm just saying I'm not the only game in town. And all of these ladies are supplementing their income, or I know Christy's genuinely making a go of it to support her family. So that's the reason why I mentioned it. If you're looking for a variety, and these are all super nice people too, you know. They're all thoughtful and helpful and, you know, awesome in the community, have great channel content on their own. Oh, you know what? Lovely's Crafting Lodge, who's in here right now, dyes paper. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just did that and you let me. Okay. She does a variety of papers. She's been experimenting with cocoa, which has me wanting to give that a try. Cocoa and coffee mix, I think. And she's always doing something interesting with the paper. She's got an Instagram that I follow. I'm not like stalking her. It's just, I really like her. You know, she's always working on something new. And so is Rosemary, for that matter. Those are some productive ladies. Hashtag life goals, you know? Okay. All right, before I glue that down, let's see what else we need to get from here. So we went from to New Mexico, which is this one, to Texas. Where is my Texas piece? We went through Amarillo on the 40. So I think I'm going to cut it I'm going to tear it just above the line here. And we'll just do a little piece because Texas, we really only went through that top little, like the little piece at the top. It looks like it has a straight line. We kind of went through that piece. So there's Amarillo. And then from Texas, we went to Oklahoma. Where's my Oklahoma piece? That's Wichita. Let's say this again. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Oklahoma City. We did a bunch of stuff in Oklahoma City, so I'm just going to cut it just a little bit to the side of the line here. And down here. And Kansas is our last piece. Okay. I want to do it this way because that way I can cover up some of that. Okay, and then we're going to need map down here. But let's look at our Kansas piece. Wichita. Oh, I know. I have a couple of things on the burner. I want to try onion skins too. It's been a long, long time, and I don't remember what my results were, but I didn't do it again, so maybe I had a problem with it, or it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to. But based on some things I saw, onion skins looks really cool. I would totally love to give that another shot. But if you do it before me, Mary, let me know how it turns out. For sure. Okay, so we need to take a little bit more off the bottom of that. Probably going to push that up a little bit closer to Flagstaff. Okay, so that's definitely going right there. And then this is Oklahoma City. I think I want it like that. So Amarillo can be right up to the edge here. Wichita. And then we're missing something right there. We need something fun. Oh, that's where we can put our Route 66 thing, right? Okay, I have a Route 66 thing. I don't know where I put it. Hold the phone. Here it is. Because we went on parts of Route 66 throughout the trip. We went through, in almost every state, we went on part of Route 66. So I'm just going to roughly tear around this in the general shape of Route 66. What else? I've got some black beans. I want to try something with black beans. And then for fall, I want to do some beet paper again. I haven't done beet paper in a while. Mostly because the last time I said I was going to do beet paper, Alice made a weird face. And I let things get to me too much, so I'm going to stop doing that. It doesn't smell funny. It's not like you have to boil it or anything. So, but I love the color. It's a nice, like, pinky purple. Sorry, Hottie, if you're still here. That I like to use in my Halloween stuff and my, in my fall stuff. It can, it's a kind of a good sunset color. This one is not ripping the way I want it to. No, stop ripping the red. You are so not doing what I want you to do. Okay. So yeah, we'll put some map down here, and then I think that's going to be good. Okay. Just move that up there. I think that'll be nice. Yeah, I have all these things I want to do. Oh, I really wish, and this is not a commentary on Els or Mike, I really wish I had been able to move when I wanted to, because it would have afforded me, and that's not to say it would have worked out well, you know, in my mind. Simply because I need something that looks a little different. We need to pick a different map besides that one. What do we got going on here? Okay. So I need something going across here. And I think if I move that just right, that's going to cover the whole thing. Okay. Let's ink and glue. Yeah. You use instant coffee or Kool-Aid? I like Kool-Aid paper too. I just, for a lot of my stuff, I like a little bit more intense color, which is why I use the dyes. But Kool-Aid is a wonderful option. I've heard also that the gel that bakers use, the food coloring gel, I think it's a different consistency than the, like, professional bakers use it, so it would be a little more expensive. But I've heard that that produces really good colors and a little bit more vivid than the Kool-Aid or the food coloring. That's what someone told me anyway. Okay. We got pieces up here that need to be edged. Well, I would never. I would never. Betty, yes, you know. Betty's such a nice lady. I really enjoy her. Good sense of humor. You guys are both so funny, and she's just, I don't know her that well, so I can't say for sure. Like, I'm talking about somebody I only know a little bit, but she seems very kind-hearted and easygoing. I don't know if that's the case, but that's how, in my interactions with her, have made that impression on me. Ooh. And it's fun to have fun people, you know? Okay. I think that's everything inked for this side. I don't know how exciting this is for you guys. Hottie, I think that you put off this badass image, but I think there's probably some kindness in there. But yeah, I'm also, not gonna lie, a little bit afraid of you. You come off as a little bit intimidating. But also, you have one of the most fun sense of humor. When you and Rosemary are at it, it's so fun. Sometimes I just sit in there, and I'm not a participator for a lot of things. I lurk in a lot of places. You guys have made me laugh so hard I cried. And it was turned into an ab workout almost. It's good to find somebody that you know, that you mesh with, whether they're just like you or totally opposite. It's good to have somebody to share your life with. I think it's awesome. I'm hoping that because it's not shiny, or it doesn't have that kind of waxy feel that one side of deli paper has, but this seems to be very flexible, but also pretty tough. So I think I'm going to enjoy working with this. Now I've covered up that line, and there's the line right there. So let me just, okay, so right here on the 470. I need to be careful about running things right up to the edge of that. All right, let's do this. So I need to put this down first because I'm covering up Kingman, but that's okay. We can put something from Kingman on the back. I've still got some pieces. Let's see. And I did not. Let's see if we can see where the edge is here. It's right about here. So right in here. Okay, so that's as far over as I probably need to go. So maybe this way a little bit more. Are we covering up anything? No, because that's just extra map over there. Okay, so we'll do this. Move those over, and then we're going to do Amarillo, which we're going to run right up to the edge right there. And Wichita. I think I want that to stay on top. Okay. So let's glue down Oklahoma City right there. I lost my whole train of thought, didn't I? Hey, Arlene. I got your message, and I'll be going over and checking that out after my live tonight. Very excited. I love new Instagram channels. It's like a little bite-sized view of, what people are doing and what they want to share with you. Okay. I don't want to cover up the words Oklahoma City. That works for me. Well, let's see. Right, Mary? I used to see you guys all the time. Now I never see you unless I go to Rosemary's, which is not a bad thing. It's good to know where you can find somebody, I guess. And I don't mean that in an ominous way. Okay. The Texas and maybe I want to do like, that's, I don't want to wind up with a bubble there. Okay. So we said the line is around the 40. So maybe what we want to do is I don't necessarily want to, and it actually kind of went this way. So that definitely needs to go there, but where's the side over here? Kind of right there. Okay. So if we do that, put that kind of right there, and then the Route 66. We're still good. Okay. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. And we'll just kind of, we'll decide on that. Okay, let's get these glued down. Does that work? It doesn't hurt them at all? Mike does the dog stuff. He's really good. Elsa's Hupper. Animals love him, and he loves animals. But he's very good at wrangling them and keeping them calm and making them feel safe because he's so calm himself. I think it's awesome. So we can go that far that way like that. Towards those lakes. Okay. Yeah, a big dog going bonkers is not a good thing. They could hurt themselves, for sure, easily. They don't realize that, the havoc they're wreaking. And I hate to think of any dog being totally. That's the one thing about, aside from really, really not wanted. What am I doing? I'm glue sticking. Aside from really, really not wanting to be close to the noise of, I don't mind them from afar, fireworks, but all the people, the pets is really, I never thought about it when I was younger, about how much it would affect dogs and stuff. That's why I don't give a lot of people in this neighborhood have dogs. And there's one or two people around here that constantly doing fireworks, like little bits of them, not tons, but just enough to get the dogs riled up. And it just seems mean. Why would you do that? Okay. So there's other things we'll do with this cover. Could add on the names of the states. What I do with that stuff. So, liking it so far. Oh, it looks good on the screen. Oh, hey, Leslie. I didn't see you come in. And yes, definitely say hi to Betty for us. I can't think of the last time. I know it was one of my sales she came into, and maybe I saw her in somebody's live. But I want to say it's been several months since I've seen her. I think that makes me terrible. I'm not a reacher outer though. I'm terrible at reaching out. You're sneaky. Well, we'll definitely give you that. So before we start on the back, let me find all the little pieces that I got that are for. Here we go. Down here, it's all this stuff. Okay. And I thought, so here's Arizona. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to tear and ink. I don't want anything to be particularly fussy with this book. There you go. And it even tells you what Arizona is known for. The Grand Canyon State. So I have no convenient. I have just stuff everywhere. If you could see this, it's crazy. So I want to kind of put a little bit of color into this. Let's see. Yep, that's me to a T. I feel like I'm interrupting people, and I'm socially awkward to begin with. So there's that. Okay, so maybe something like that. We'll see. Here we've got Oklahoma. I'll tell you what, when I went through the travel maps, some states' travel maps, like the maps I did this from the visitor centers and stuff, make you really want to do a bunch of things in those states. They like, it's hard to explain. Oklahoma down here. So we want to. Nevada's huge. Why is Nevada so big? We got to find a smaller Nevada. Kingman's for the back. New Mexico is gigantic too. Find a little New Mexico. Oh boy. Yep, it's just my nature. I feel like I'm bothering people. New Mexico is over here. Where did we decide the edge was on this? right about there. So right there. So we don't want to cover up Oklahoma City just to get New Mexico in. But we don't want to. I think it's okay if a little bit of it goes over the edge. Because I don't want to cover up. You know what? I don't really want to cover. Let me see if I can find a smaller New Mexico. Hold on. Kansas is gigantic too. What is this? Kansas and New Mexico conspiracy to take over the whole collage. There's no place like Kansas. That's apparently they're working that Wizard of Oz thing. And can you blame them? Okay. Down here. Kansas can be down here. Maybe. I don't know. Let's do that. It's okay if a little bit goes over. Oklahoma's going to have to go here. Texas is going to be huge too. Okay. I may need to find smaller. And use these bigger ones on the back. Because everything below that's going to be on the other side. Okay, smaller Texas. I can do this. Kansas is probably okay, but I need Nevada, which I didn't get for some reason. Is there still, let's see. Oh, here we go. Found Nevada. Okay, so New Mexico can go on the back, and that Texas can go on the back. Just try and take that down a little closer to the words. Okay. There, Nevada. Oh, I do too. Some of the maps are better. Like I said, like Oklahoma State map, not so great. Their travel brochures from the visitor center make me want to go everywhere in Oklahoma, but the travel map itself, nothing terribly interesting about it, I gotta say. But the Kansas map has like points of interest. That's where I found the world's biggest ball of twine, which I really, really want to see. It could be a total letdown, but I need to see it. That made me want to like, and the Kansas travel brochure is also good. The Nevada state map, not terribly from the official one from the Travel Bureau, not, or Department of Transportation, not very exciting. So some of the state maps are better than others, but almost all of the brochures are excellent. So we need a small New Mexico and a small Texas. And I know Texas is not known for being small. Now I got to dig down here where I left the Texas thing. Here we go. Here's New Mexico. All right, so let's try and find, this is where I got most of the stuff for New Mexico out of. Let's see if we can just find a small baby New Mexico. The word. I suppose it doesn't have to be on there. I just like it to be. Okay, there's a little bitty New Mexico right there. Ah. Ooh, this paper is disagreeable. I'm going to figure out a way to fix that because this place is amazing. I need to have that. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I'm a loud sneezer. Okay, so we got a nice tiny New Mexico right here. And then I want to save the rest of that and try and fix that. I have magazines that have them. I just tried to pull it off the map, not thinking about the size of the collage that I was actually making. I won't run you guys. I found the New Mexico already. Okay. So let's put the New Mexico right in here. We can always take off a little bit more of the edge of this one. Okay, so now we just need a Texas. We need a little Texas. So I've got travel magazines up here with Texas. I just got to dig a little bit. Sorry, guys. Kansas. Oh, here we go. Texas State Travel Guide. Hold on. And it's a big one. Okay. Oh, right there. Little bitty Texas. Right on the cover. Is that the map? Is that a thing in Texas? Let's Texas? Do I need that whole little thing? Let's see if that'll work. We may just have to take the Texas part. I am going to have some cleanup after this. I got tiny pieces of paper everywhere. All right. We're gonna have to think about this some. I may have to make Kansas smaller too. Okay, so Oklahoma. We're just gonna have to do a little Texas. Where did we decide the edge was over here? Right there. Okay. So let's put Texas right down here. And then I think from there, Kansas will be safe over here. That's just so big, though. There's no place like Kansas. Let's see how I like it on the screen. Let me look at it on the screen. Carla, hello. Nude Mexico. Oh, thank you, Mary. Tennessee. You know what? That is a state I've always wanted to go to. Is that Is that where Rock City? There's like a Rock City. I think it's in Tennessee. Might be in Kentucky. I would have to. Tennessee's a beautiful state, though. Okay. So, I think that's all the states. We got our Route 66 marker. All right, let's ink some stuff here. Well, it's in Tennessee. Okay. I had that. That's been on my travel wish list since I was married. We were going to go there one year on vacation, and didn't work out that way. Shit happens, you know. And but I had brochures and everything. I really, really wanted to go, and I still do. It looked like a fun thing. Totally did. I will say one thing. I learned something about thrift stores as we went through. Some place, and it's not like I'm not insulting anybody, but there are really some places where people don't read based on what was in the thrift stores for books, unless they're keeping them. Anything but bestsellers, like belonging to book clubs and stuff, where you get an automatic selection, that sort of thing. And it's not. I'm not making. Anybody who reads is a hero in my book, because a lot of people don't. But I just found it interesting that there were some parts of the trip where that's all that was in the book section was, book of the month kind of things that have been on the bestseller list, for the last couple of years, stuff like that. And romance is big everywhere. So I did learn something interesting that way. Octagon Hall. I don't even know what that is. Okay, let me write that down so I can look it up. Yes, Amy, you need a piece of paper. Where's all your paper? I don't know. Hold the phone. Wait, I got a piece of paper down here. I was taking notes earlier on an article I was reading. Okay. Octagon Hall. I'm not saying I want to go, but that makes me curious. You know, I love to go to new places, and eventually I'm getting a car. You didn't travel much when you lived there? Oh, guess what I got? Oh my God, Carla, you totally reminded me. Oh, okay, hold on. I have to figure out where I put it. But this is important to me that I share it with you guys. Okay, Amy. When you were moving things, this is so important. I put it in a safe place. Oh, wait, I see it. This, you guys have probably seen this on Facebook. I need to tea dye this paper bag. Okay. And I can't even believe I bought it, but I got this. So it's probably in here. I know, it's terrible affliction, Arlene. I'm surrounded by bits of paper, literally everywhere, that I do not want to write on. That cannot be my scrap paper. So you said Octagon Hall, Antebellum Plantation. Let's see if it's in here. It's in Kentucky. I think these are alphabetical. Kansas, Old Talbot Tavern in Kentucky, Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Those are the only two. But look, local haunt, I can add it here because it's called Octagon Hall. That's what it's really called. Hey, Candy. Well, I hope you sleep really well. Your fireworks must be over by now then, yes? Or at least, okay, Octagon Hall. I'm going to add it in here. All right. Now it's 102 haunted places to visit. I'm sure there's way more than is in there. Oh no, so if I don't get there soon, I may never get to go. Okay, so this is one place that I am going to use glue stick. And I need, gasp, a scrap of paper. Oh my God. Okay, I'll use this. No, that has a bit of map I might. Oh my God, I'm such a loser. Okay, there has to be something I can use here. You know what? I'm going to glue over it anyway. I'm going to use the other cover. I'm going to glue all over that whole thing. But I'm going to put a shit ton of glue stick on here. I'm going to Mod Podge over the top and then use the Daddy Vans wax to seal it. So okay, so let's see. Mary, that's okay. There's no shame in not wanting to go to a haunted place. It's not for everybody, for sure. Oh, hey, Janice. And she's watching the fireworks. Well, good for you. That's the best place to be. You're not right there in the midst of all of it with the peopling and the super, super loud noises, at least. I love it when I can watch them from a distance. Okay. I'm not sure if that's where that came from, but that's where it's going now. I still think maybe, okay. I'm just trying to make this as, oh, that was fun stripy paper on the back, boo. Okay. As long as I don't cover up the balloons. I just didn't want to cover up the balloons. Inside the travel magazine for New Mexico is a beautiful picture of the balloon festival that goes on in New Mexico. Oh, I've always wanted to go up in one, but then I heard somebody describe it, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that. Ah, that's so fun, Mary. It's in Franklin. Okay. Oh, I missed ink in Oklahoma, or at least part of Oklahoma. I failed Oklahoma. There was so much to see and do in Oklahoma. Well, probably in every place we went. But it gave me a feeling of wanderlust again, you know, where I really would like to. I feel very motivated to own a vehicle again. I don't want to drive around town in it, but I want to be able to travel if I want to, you know. I got to figure out a way to do this. Plus, I could do delivery stuff with Uber Eats and stuff like that. Supplement my income on my terms. Okay. And this is, let's fix that. And then we'll use the scissors because it's not my fingers. I'm gluey enough already. Okay. And then I think that's okay for, I need to pick another spot on here though. It's getting a little gluey. Don't want the front to be gluey, just the back. Okay. There we go. That should do it. I'm not reading the chat this second. Hold on. Okay, now do I want, where'd that little picture go? I lost, there it is. Okay. Do I want to have this on there? Do I like it or do I not like it? Let's see how I like it on the screen. Wow, Mary. I think I do like the picture on there. I think I'm going to put that on there. Okay, let me tear off these little edges, just a smidge, so we can have mostly torn edges. There we go. Okay. And only you know where you put your ink pad. Literally lost my ink pad. Oh, right there. Well, we all know it's not going to be a marvelous work of art. I decided I could only do this with things that I got on the trip. So I did get the United States sticker, which I'll have to use on a different map because I decided at some point that I really just wanted this to be. Carla's been in. Carla's like my haunted hero. I want to do it. I do. I've been such a chicken my whole life. Not in terms of, I'm not afraid to go to a haunted place, you know. I can ground and ward. But I'm also, as we all know, an inveterate homebody. And I love to be at home. So I traveled for most of my life with, you know, my parents were in the military. My dad was in the military, not my parents. So we moved for my whole life. So when I got a chance, I've moved places. And in a few of the places, when we lived in Arizona, when we lived in Ohio, I made a real effort to get around and do some of the touristy things in my state. We used to just get out the Ohio map and look for those things. Like when I showed you the big ball of twine on the map for Kansas, just find a place like that in our state and go to them on a whim. Every weekend we were doing something. We saw most of the lock system in Ohio. It was great. So if I get a car, that's kind of my goal, is I want, so there's not going to be a big focal point on here. I just, I may put it like a book plate on here somewhere after it's on the cover. But now, are you guys into it if I work on the back or bored shitless with this thing? We wanted the big state names we can put on the back. Oh, look at all these little tiny pieces. And I really wanted to use this on the front, but I don't think there's a way to get it on there. Like I could totally tear that off. So I think this may go on the back. I just like, you know, you drive down those highways and that's kind of how it is. Where's the edge on here? kind of right along there. That covers up a little bit of the, you could take a little bit more off this side, I think. The edge is right here, so take a little bit off the top. Let's see. Hey, Mousy, how you doing? And Ninja Riders? Oh, okay. Trying to remember. Something with an S, right? Oh, I cannot remember your name. I know it's something a little bit unusual. Right? I live in a house with some people who have a car. It's not very walk friendly, and the bus system is okay, but not great. There are parts of it that are not walk friendly at all, and parts of it are because of tourists. But it's not a very good walk friendly state, honestly. Shanta, I knew it was something. I knew it was with an S. I at least, and I knew it was something a name I haven't heard before. So thank you for telling me. I'm terrible with names. I'm gonna have to write that down. I have a cheat list around here somewhere. But welcome, welcome. Utah Hospital in Knoxville is UT Hospital, and it's a big and modern, but all haunted patients have tended by nurses that know. Oh wow, that's interesting. I'm learning all kinds of fun things about haunted stuff. In the summer, I lived in Arizona before this. I lived in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area in Arizona. So I'm kind of used to it. But that's where you plan your errands and, hopefully your work schedule works to your advantage. I just got used to it's a life at a different pace when you're on the bus and you're walking and stuff like that. You just live your life at a different pace. So instead of running all my errands in one afternoon, I'll spread them out, and try to do it early in the morning or after the sun is set, which there's not a lot in the summer that you can do after the sun is set because it's like 9-10 p.m. before it's. So I'm used to the heat. When we were traveling in Oklahoma and Kansas, the humidity in Oklahoma was record levels at the time we were there. And I have been out of the humidity for so long. Wow, did I really feel that. It was so oppressive. But you get used to it. So you get used to the hot that's here. And you try not to, basically try and run from one air conditioned place to another with as little standing outside time as possible. But you figure out workarounds when that's your jam, when that's what you have to do. All right, so I think I'm liking that. I think that's where I'm going to stop for the cover. And then once it's on, I'll decide if it needs something else. Because this is about the whole trip, so I don't know that I want to put like one big focal image on the front, and I really just wanted the maps to kind of shine. So are you guys sick of me? I have been on for, that says 80 seconds, and I know that's not true. Hold on, I did something bad. Let me pull this off of here. Oh, I opened a whole bunch of new windows. That's exciting. Let's check on the backstage. I've been on live for an hour, and I was going to work on both the front and the back. Are you guys sick of me, or are you okay if I keep going? Whoa, $700 or 90 days in jail. I would. When the kids were little, we did a few but never any place where it was illegal to do that. I don't know. I'm not a rule breaker, apparently. For the most part. I won't say I've never broken the law or the rules. Okay. But if you guys are like sick of me, I can do this off camera. It doesn't have to be on camera. Okay, so let's move that off. Okay. These pieces are trash. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we can. But these little bitty pieces, yes. Let's get rid of those. Oh, Jesus. People can be so ridiculous. Okay. All right. That needs to go over there. Okay, I did want to put the name Kingman on the back because that was one of our bigger stops. On the trip, we spent several hours there, and it was nice. I think this is where we went to the Cracker Barrel. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? Just new to the stream? That's okay. I think I'm going to work on the back. If we get, if the viewers start to drop down and people are sick of it, I'll take it off camera. So we got some stuff over there. Got another piece of map we can use. Oh, now I hear some fireworks. Okay, but we don't want this little itty bitty pieces. Carly, you like the Cracker Barrel? So what's your favorite thing to eat there? What's your like total jam if you're eating at Cracker Barrel? What's your thing? Okay, so we wanted to use more of this. Got Kingman on there. But let's rip off this section. We went through Laughlin and Bullhead City, but okay, so we want to rip the edges. There's nothing. We'll take this part of it, I think. So that'll be at least a small part of the back of that. Okay. Where's the rest of that? I am looking for the rest of the Albuquerque map. It has some fun stuff on it. So here we go. So I want to do let's take a couple pieces off here because it's just fun. What do we want to do? I like that the caverns look like a scary mouth. And there's a little like green bus over here. So that's cute. I think that's fun to use. Let's take the edge off this one. Okay. There. And then I think that's probably, we don't want to do too much of that. What do we got over here? I'm not sure, but we could use that as part of this on the edges. Oh no, Mousy Deb's trapped by a cat. Ooh, that sounds delicious, Carla. Roast beef. Okay. I had meatloaf because it was a special, and I wasn't particularly impressed with it, but it was a nice sized portion. And overall it was good. I just I've had really, really good meatloaf, and that was not the best meatloaf I've ever. You like the pot roast dinner? Okay. Ooh, I love breakfast. Grits, bacon, and biscuits. That sounds good too. All right, so I have some options if I try it again. It wasn't an awful experience. I just, for the amount of hype that people have been so excited about it and stuff, I wasn't as impressed as I thought I would be. But again, it could have just been that location too, Sometimes you get a one-off when you're traveling. I'll tell you a place I would definitely go back to is the Iron Skillet. I really enjoyed that. Okay. So, I think this is Texas. And let's see about, I don't necessarily want to mirror the front. I just want to get a little bit of, this is all same. So we need something definitely off the, maybe we'll put that at the bottom and that at the top. Because this map, Arkansas City. And maybe a little bit like that, piece with some color on it. Okay, so let's start here and see what we got going on. So let's ink edges to start with. Carla, I only eat my meatloaf. The light hover loved the fried shrimp. When I lived with my parents when they were traveling around for the military, we lived in Maryland for a really long time. My dad was stationed at Fort Meade, right there next to Baltimore in the Chesapeake Bay. So I'm a little snobby about my seafood. I don't like it fried because that was the best, and I was an only child, so my parents took me everywhere they went. I ate at some pretty good places. I did like it. I did like Maryland a lot, but it's super expensive to live there. I probably would not go back there. We lived there for the longest we lived anywhere. The Waffle House breakfast a la carte, 4 eggs over easy. Double order. I don't do hash browns smothered. It grosses me out for some reason, but I love hash browns. I do. I'm going to fully admit to that. Love me some hash browns, but that does sound good, except for the smothered part and the orange juice. I'm not an orange juice person. But you got good taste, Brenda. Let's see. We never went to one while we were on the trip, although we passed many. I don't think Els is a Waffle House kind of person. Or as it's known, the Awful House. I used to have a friend in Arizona that I went all the time with. She could appreciate a good Waffle House breakfast. Sometimes you just want it, It's like a Denny's breakfast. Sometimes that's just what you want. Often at 3 in the morning. And I don't even have to be drunk for that. I just like breakfast at 3 in the morning that I didn't have to put out any effort for. Arlene, I haven't, but that is funny. Must have made a lasting impression. That's the only thing she felt she needed to say about that. I didn't really dislike any place that we went. Some places were better than others for thrifting. I think thrifting is a different game now than it was before. At least that's how it's coming across to me. Some places had almost nothing. In some places it was strictly closed, no books, no other stuff. Even though they were like Goodwills and stuff, that's just all they had. Which was interesting. So I think you'd have to, if I were going to do another scavenger trip, and this is just me personally, I don't know what Elsa's plans are. Should probably take Mike on future trips. I'm not, she has trouble traveling, with anxiety and stuff. And while I can travel fairly well, I'm not so good at calming down other people. Like, I don't know, it's just not my jam or something. There are a number of like statewide yard sales and I have had flyers for several. And then some states have a whole like thing you can get at their visitors bureau for secondhand shops and antique stores and stuff like that, flea markets and swap meets. And I would try and schedule my trips around that sort of thing if I were going to do if I were going to do it on my own, go on a trip just to buy stuff for thrifting and stuff and to see things in various states. I'd probably plan it around a larger event like that, like the one they have down in Texas. I can't remember the name of it, but I think Patty goes, and I think even Francis went when teleporting becomes available. I feel you on that. Carla, you agree that Texarkana sucks? Okay. All right. Excuse me. We want to save the names because I want to pull a few more. But I think we got to start here. So let's see. I think I want to do this here. Then that'll go there, but we don't need to do like all of that. Okay. Let's ink that edge. Round top. There you go. Thank you. So I would kind of plan around that sort of thing, you know. That's just my thinking. It's like if the thrift store's all that great, at least there's a larger destination that you could bank on for fun and interesting things to put in an Etsy shop or to craft with. So, but I also have my haunted bucket list now, so that'll be a whole nother reason to travel, right? Leslie, you're close enough we're close enough too. Not for a day trip, I don't think, but we could get there in a couple of days from here. I don't know that Els has any interest in it, but I would certainly like to see it at least 1 year, you know. But I like to try new things. Okay, I need a couple of bigger pieces. Let's see. What do I need? Do I need to rip it off a larger mat? I need a big piece from something down here. Let's go with this one. Oh no, that looks good. Okay, let's do this. Okay. So let's move this over here. Maybe that's too many. Oof. Oh, just what? Okay, so you're really close. It would take us a couple of days, I think, to get there. But just trying to figure out. I want to do this. Okay. Good night, Arlene. Thanks for coming and spending some time with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodwill went up. Yeah, I get mad when. Right, Brenda? I see that all the time. Oh, when they merged with Mar, I didn't know they'd done that. Is that why the prices went up? Because their prices went up quite a bit recently, or what I feel is a lot for thrift items. You know, you get used to paying a certain price, and all of a sudden things are more. But it just felt like considerably more. sort of thing. I think this needs to go. We'll put this one over here and this one over here, just because where the hard edge is. Okay, so let's start nailing some stuff down. Let's start here. Just work from there. Oh, so I'm really not in the know. Carla has all the information. She knows all the stuff. But I noticed too that even Savers and a couple other places, since the whole COVID thing happened, in some of the stores, the prices have skyrocketed. But also, I think they're throwing away some stuff that they used to put out because you just flat out don't find it anymore. Paper for scavenger stuff is a lot harder to come across now than it used to be. Oh, I just put that upside down. Oh, well. That'll be our weird wonky bit, right? We meant to do that. I meant to do that. Okay. Now, what did we have going on? I think I wanted this over here. Yes, yes. And that I've noticed is just since. I'm also surprised that some of the towns and cities we went through, like some of them had a lot. Like Vegas has a lot of thrifty type places. There's a whole bunch of Goodwills, a whole bunch of Savers. There's a couple of Salvation Armies. There's a lot of Tuesday mornings. There's a whole lot of dollar stores. And I know not all of those are secondhand places, but they're places, we frequent as crafters. Some places, we have tons of like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's. We got everything here. But some places we went through and we looked it up, almost nothing, even though it was a good sized city. I just found that surprising. But also I haven't traveled in a while, so. Yeah. And they weren't open for a good long while, so I'm guessing they're trying to recoup. But is that the new normal now? Are those going to be the prices? Makes me a little bit sad. But you can't expect things to be like uber cheap forever, I guess. Just makes me want to go to more yard sales and estate sales and stuff like that. I would love to be able to. Oh, that's going to have to go on the other side. The hard edge is over there. Okay, I moved all that for no reason. The hard edge is on this side, so it needs to go over here. I think. Okay. Now, what do we want over here? Oh, we didn't ink that. Maybe. Okay. Just trying to get the edges taken care of here. Ooh, where are you going? I wanted this one down here at the bottom. You love Facebook Marketplace? It is. I found some really neat stuff there. Els usually scoops me though. And then she'll just get up and leave the house and not say anything. But I don't like to I struggle with asking for a ride to someplace. Like if I found something really interesting, I don't want to inconvenience anybody. So I don't know that I feel all that comfortable going out and begging a ride to some weird place out in Timbuktu that's got something I really want for grafting. But I think that's a way that I will go when I get a car, which hopefully won't be 86 years from now. But since every place on the planet is hiring, I probably ought to start putting in applications again. I could find someplace close to here so that it wouldn't cut it too much into my dye time. That would be awesome. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's kind of the quote unquote new normal. Of the times I've gone out since we've been back, though, and you don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated, but I think people are kind of taking advantage of that because you don't have to prove you're vaccinated. It's kind of on an honor system, and I feel like there are people, but I still see a fair amount of people wearing masks out, and I understand that, especially if you're compromised, older, tend to pick up everything. I know there's, some people out there, they just tend to pick up everything that goes around, Yes, can swing a dead cat. I know. Unfortunately, most of what's hiring immediately around us is fast food. And I have no experience there, and I have no desire as well. I've avoided working in food my whole life, and I'm not disparaging it. It's not a shit job. It's just sometimes things are not for you, and I would not enjoy it. So, but outside of that, I'm open to almost anything. So now when we're going around to places and I see a help wanted sign and I know it's close to the house, I will definitely be going online and filling out applications. Okay, so we've got all the edges done. We want to get those. Didn't get it quite up to the edge there. But anything that helps me get out on my own and get a car, I am going to fully embrace. But because it's time, let's see. I think I want those in those places. And then what else do we want? Now we need something different. Let's see, maybe like that. So we just need, I'm not feeling the love on these pieces. Let's try something different. We've got this one. Let's put that right under there. That must not be stuck down right there because I shoved that right under there. We want to make sure everything is really stuck down. Okay. So the bottom is, that's where the fold is going to be, so we don't want it to go below that. And what about this side? Okay. Right along here. So yeah, we're fine. We're fine if we put that there. And those are going to cover those areas. So we need something right there. Maybe something interesting. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so this is off the front of the Oklahoma map. It's a bunch of stuff to do there. So I think I would want that to go under. So I think we'd go like that because the rest of that's going to get covered. Okay. Let's see. How does that look on the... How does that look on the camera? Okay. So we're going to go like that. Let's see how it looks overall. Oof, almost toward a little too skinny. There's going to have to be. I'm going to put that here. Let's see. How do I like that? Look, we have 5 McDonald's. Wow. Yeah, I've heard there's some serious signing bonuses at some places. So I figure maybe being out of the workforce for a while, this is a time when that's not going to be such a big deal. Okay, so I need another matte piece because that's not going to quite cover it. So we'll nail this one down here. And then we'll put down that piece. Then we'll have to come up with a couple more pictures. I don't want to work in fast food, and it's not because I'm lazy. It's because it's not about being lazy. It just does not appeal to me at all. Hey, Contagious Smiles, how you doing? Seen you around here and there. But yeah, I think anything but fast food. I mean, if I really had to, I'm not in a place to say absolutely no, but I would prefer not to have to work in food. But there's a Walgreens down the street and a couple other places, so I'll look into seeing, you know. Well, thank you. Happy Independence Day to you as well. Are you a love the fireworks person or not the love the fireworks person? I fall into not. I love them from a distance, but I don't love the people and stuff. Okay, I think I want that right there. Nice. Sometimes with kids, it's a toss-up. Some of them are really great, amazing, hard workers, and some of them just call off at the drop of a hat, you know? Uh-oh. I just totally put that on upside down. Nice. Okay. Glad I caught that. I don't need 2 giant upside down matte pieces on one collage. Right there. That's where it needs to be. Yeah, but I'm not getting that benefit. And I don't know that everybody who's not going back to work is thinking like that. But I have heard some people express that. The only people that appear to be still benefiting are people on unemployment and people with kids from, you know, they're getting stuff. Okay. Okay. I forgot I wanted that underneath. Oh, well. It's stuck now. All right. So we'll work it so it's mostly under. Okay, let's see. Hey, JD. How you doing? How's them ferrets? How are those ferrets doing? Boom. Happy boom boom day. That's one way to look at it, isn't it? All right. We're almost to the end of this. I will have to put a couple other pictures on here now just because this will stand out like a sore thumb without a little more picture-y type stuff on here. So oh, that does not want to stick down right there. Stick down, I tell you. Okay. Starting to hear, it's getting darker here. It's 7:46, and I'm starting to hear some bangs and pops in the distance. I don't think we're near any large fireworks displays, but, and if I remember right from last year, I think that the neighbors started in with their stuff around 9 o'clock last year, 9:30. Okay. Oh, I didn't check to see if that was, let's see. Oh, good. I don't think maybe just pull that down a smidge. I don't want the flying saucer to go around the edge of the book, you know. Just saying. Part of the reason I put it on here. Okay, and we were definitely putting this one down here. Where's the edge? So, kind of like that. Okay. Here we go. Five years ago, when NASA quit doing launches and gave up to private companies. Yeah, that's true. Oh, what a difference the 5 years makes, right? Not the screamers, yeah. I hear you on that. Your town had theirs last Saturday. I didn't actually look online to see what they're having this year. I know we're having we have very little rainfall this year. So I know that we're having issues with drought conditions and stuff. So they may only be doing them like out at Lake Mead or something. Like Havasu. Stuff places with water, really. Where it's not gonna hopefully set off a fire. Okay, so we wanted to use the big state things. I have to be careful where I put them though. New Mexico right there. I know this is Texas right here. Kingman. Well, we could do something sideways, right? Kingman. Maybe we could use a couple more names. Let's see. Yeah, you know what it is? The businesses don't want to hire somebody that's overqualified because they know they're going to lose them the minute that person finds another job. But it's also just like a kick in the gut when you're down. Like, I can't even get a job at McDonald's, you know? And their turnover is so high, I don't see what the big deal is. Those people who want to work for their families, they're going to come to work every day until they can find a better job. All right, Mary. Good night to you, and I hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. And that the day tomorrow is full of happy people so that you can have a good day at work. Thanks for coming in and spending a little time with us. I always enjoy it. Oh, thank you, Mary. You too. Blessings right on back to you, girl. I am so covered in glue. I'm going to spend 5 years washing my hands after this. All right, so I don't know if you guys know, tomorrow is my sale. Having another pop-up thing. I don't know why I'm calling them pop-ups at this point, just for lack of a better name. It'll be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm starting with tea-dyed stuff and then working my way to I need another Route 66 thing. Where'd that Route 66 brochure go? Should definitely get another Route 66 thing. I have some colored items, some tissue paper. I have not gotten to the oopsies and not ohs yet, but I slept until around 3 o'clock today. My schedule is very turned around. So let's see if there's something in here. Oh, there we go. There's a Route 66 thing. So I'll just rip it out like I did the other one. Although I'm a little stickier now than I was. Oops. Did you ever figure out? Oh, shit. Shoot. Brenda, hold on. Let me grab. So you were asking about a brown paper and a butterscotch colored thing. It's behind me. I have been so bad. I'm so sorry. I am a shitty person. Let me show you the paper so you can decide if you like the colors. And I think I've got the stuff I'm holding for you in a box. Give me just a second here. I've got a good rip going that's not futzing with the edges here. Got a little bit more right there than I want to. Let's see. There we go. Oh, look, that's nice. Okay, we'll decide where we want that in a minute. I'm holding the greens from originally. Let me just move this for a second so I don't get any glue on the paper. Okay. So, hold on. Maps is on top of what I want to get to. Of course it is. Okay. I've never done an actual butterscotch color, but when you said it, I thought that this would come the closest. Let me try and put this maybe down too. Okay, so, oh no, let's, okay. So this is what I've got for brown, and it is, spans the mix. I know you said you wanted dark. This does have, I think, let me check. Now I need the light back. Hold on. Some of these browns have glitter in it, the lighter pieces, but I do have enough that I could probably pick you out. I don't know how much brown you wanted. Were you looking for like a 10-pack, or you have to let me know how much you wanted. If you want 10 to 25 sheets, I can probably do it. If you wanted more than that, I would have to mix in some of the lighter stuff. But that's what I've got for the brown. And this is, I don't know if it's coming across. It's this top piece like is a nice dark brown. And then there are pieces like this where it's more of a cocoa color. And that's almost looking gray, but it's a nice light, like if you add a little creamer to hot chocolate, that's about what this looks like right here. So this was the graveyard dirt and hot cocoa. That's kind of a mix of those. And then this is what I have for the butterscotch. This is the falling leaves color from last year. It was meant to be kind of that color that leaves turn before they get brown. So there's kind of a range, but there is some of it that is butterscotchy to me. Like this top piece, I could see this totally being butterscotchy. So you would like a mix of both, 25? Well, I would do 26, but just so I could make it even. Okay, so 25 packs of the mix of the black and 25 of the falling leaves. Okay, I will shoot you a price as soon as it's over. You're on my messenger, right? I've sent you messages on as an individual on my Facebook, right? I'm pretty sure. If not, I will send you an email, but as soon as the live is over, I promise it. Before I get up to go to the bathroom, I will send you a full price for what you're already holding plus these 2 packs. But also let me write that down because maybe after the live I might be like, what did she ask for? So 25 pack mix browns. About an even mix of the light and the dark. And then 25 of the falling leaves. Now, do you want mostly the dark or do you want a mix of the falling leaves too? Because there is a full range. Some of it is much lighter and then some of it is very rich. Let me know if you prefer a mix or if you'd like me to just stick to the richer papers. Slash butterscotch. It never occurred to me that it was kind of that color until you said butterscotch, and I went, oh. Mix it up, but more of the darker. Okay, mix with mostly dark. Okay, now let me put that right here next to it's staring at, you can't see it, but it's staring at me in the face from my cup of pens. All right. And I won't even put those away. I'll just set them off to the side here so they're staring at me in the face when I'm done. I am so sorry, Brenda. I know you think it's personal that I'm not doing it, but it's totally not. Completely. Oh, thank you, Leslie. If you guys are interested, I can put some of that together for the sale tomorrow. You can hear Amy, and saying yes now doesn't obligate you to buy tomorrow. If it doesn't sell, it goes in the shop. My feelings will not be hurt. So if you guys would like to see some of that in tomorrow's sale, let me know. Brenda just asked about it in my last sale, which is now like 2 weeks ago. And like a jackass, I still haven't billed her for what she originally asked for. And I pulled out the stuff and then, attention span like a fucking ferret. Okay, I hear you on that. Okay, so Leslie, you would like to see some of that in the sale tomorrow? No problem. I can take care of that. That is easy. Those are ironed. I don't have to do anything special for it. So let's get back to finishing this one up. I'm glad you asked, Brenda. It was niggling in my mind. I felt like there was something I needed to tell you, but I couldn't place what it was. I'm so sorry about that. Because you know me, I want to make money as much as the next person. More like a goldfish. Oh my gosh, Carla. Just me floating around the water with the big, dumb, stupid eyeballs, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel humbled. Okay. Oh, this isn't the right one. That's the one that's done. This is the one we're working on. Okay. So, there's also an Arizona over here. Let's take an Arizona. Ooh, we could do the Mother Road maybe. Okay. There's that Mother Road. And there's an Arizona, a small Arizona down here. See, that's a pretty picture. There it is. Okay. So. JD's off to the basement. She does not have hot water. That is not good. All right, JD, you stay safe, and I hope you get your hot water going again. I would like to drive what's left of Route 66 in its, as close to in its entirety as I can. So that's a thing. Okay, and then we've got. Hey, Donna. Been a long time. I hope you're doing well. Always lovely to see you. Turns out 4th of July was a good day to come on. I've seen a bunch of Hottie Poco was in earlier, which I haven't seen her in what we can call a coon age. I don't know what that means, but it's a thing people say. Aside from in Rosemary's stream, but it was nice to see her. Oops. Okay, so let's figure out where the edge is again. I know I keep doing this. Right here. Okay, so the edge is right there. So if we put Route 66 up here, Mother Road, I think that would be okay. Is that too much in one spot? Get Arizona for down here. And we need a couple of other pictures. What did I need? I nailed down Kingman already. That's probably me then. Goldfish all the way. Or squirrel on crack, you know. When the murder squirrel is not focused. Okay, so we need a couple of pictures. Something to... Oh, I meant to say, see, this is one of the things that was interesting. Arizona travel map on the back. Let's see. I may have ripped part of it up. But they had like a list of 15 of these. The Free Range Art Highway, Great Basin Highway, Burner Byway, Lake Tahoe Loop. They had a bunch of these on these maps. And there was something about, there was a dead something on here too. So I need to order another one of these maps. Because this is right in Nevada, which I live in. And I don't know about any of that stuff. But some of it looked really fun. So that's what I was talking about. Some of the maps were more interactive. You haven't been on, have you been crafting at all? Or are you just working away, hon? Okay, so let's look for something fun. Ooh, you know what? I know right where there's, we haven't done anything about, we went to the Dorothy house. I think we have something we can put up there. Hold on. Hold the phone. Maybe. Here we go. It's really thick. Okay. So we're closing in on the finishing stages of this. Oh, watercolor, nice. Okay, so I think we're going to take Amarillo, and I'm going to have to cut that one instead of tear, because this is one of those really sturdy travel brochures. You could practically use it as a weapon. I like this I Am Route 66. So maybe we'll save that for the inside of the book. Amarillo could be on there. And then this is from the Dorothy house, which we did go to in Kansas. Now I'm regretting putting that Kingman thing right here. Okay, let's cut out Follow the Yellow Brick Road and see if we can get it to work. I have a couple of these ones, so I'm not worried about cutting one up. Let's see if we can make this work. Yep, now we're getting more pops and bangs. I don't hear the dogs being upset, so Mike must have them by him. Ginger, I think sometimes goes, Ginger and Harry, who purport to hate one another, both hide under the bed. I can see the chat moving, but I'm paying attention to this, so give me a minute to read what you guys wrote there. Okay. Where's the edge down here? Right there. So maybe, let's see. And then we can put Arizona. Okay. Oh, okay, heading back north. Well, girl, you were always on the move. Thanks for coming in and saying hi, and have a safe trip for sure. Yeah, Hubbard's schedule changed, so he works from 11 in the morning until 11 at night. That's 12 hours. That can't be right. Now I'm not sure. Maybe he starts at noon and he gets an hour lunch, so that would probably. I think he starts at noon and then works till 11 at night. They changed his schedule and his days off, unfortunately, so he's still adjusting. And this definitely can't go over the edge on this side, so I need to see where that is because that is hard and will not in any way, shape, or form bend. So here. So there. So if you put it there, it needs to go like right here. So it doesn't, so it's nowhere near where it's going to fold. And then Amarillo. Okay. I think I kind of like it like it was. Let's see. Now let's see these final placements before they're inked. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Amarillo's hard though, so maybe it needs to go like this. And we'll put Arizona right in here maybe, or I think just right. I think we'll do it right here. Let me look at that on the picture and see if I like it. So yeah, he wasn't too happy about the change, but you know, what are you going to do when your employer tells you that's the way it is, you know? They have a thing on seniority, but they also have a new boss, so you know, new bosses are always about mixing things up. See, it's good we're folding it. We're learning where all the things are going. Okay. Elza's making barbecued ribs tonight. I hope they're done soon. I'm starving. She's feeling better and better on her, you know, getting her meds back to where they used to be with her blood pressure and other things. So I think that's awesome. All right, so we're going to do that. I know Amarillo's not in. Okay, I think I like that. So we need to ink the New Mexico stuff or the Route 66 stuff. This is the back one, but I don't want it to be like less interesting. I just little bits of paper everywhere. All right. So we are almost done. And then after the sale tomorrow night, I'll have my usual after the live. Since we haven't worked on the Halloween spooky glue book. So we're just going to kind of put the Mother Road. So I need to nail this down first. There's my glue bottle. I'll work on the Halloween book tomorrow. I want to do a couple more tags and maybe get some of those tip-ins placed in. I haven't been able to get in my personal stash, but I think I can come up with enough to at least get started with the tip-ins. So we're going to push that down into Texas a little bit because I still want to get the Mother Road on here. And I'm just going to glue right on the back of this. So it has to come under where the, so I think it needs to go like this. And Amarillo. These ones are going to be hard to get to stick because they are glossy, shiny. I wonder if I can peel part of that part. Hold on. Hold the phone. I wonder if they're, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and jam my fingernail in there and see if I can separate some of that off. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. Oh, I might be able to get it. Come on. Now we got to try from this side. Uh-oh, okay. It's starting to thin up. Let's see if I can make it happen. Ha 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 ha. Now we've made it more manageable. How about them apples? I think the fireworks are going on for like the real actual fireworks are going on right now. Okay. I think that comes in right on the edge of the fold. I was so bored after supper I started cutting up magazines again. Ooh, nice. Have you made a glue book before? Or will this be your first one, Brenda? I discovered glue booking was a thing late in the game. But I have enjoyed mine so far. I've got a couple planned for fall and winter that I need to get busy on. I think I'm just going to put it right in there. I think that goes right up the edge-ish right there. Now this could be trickier trying to peel this off though. But we know it can be done. Okay, let's just gently peel. Okay, we got most of it. Let's see if we can get it started from the other way. Yay. Oh, you. I hate it when they go that late. Usually for public works, they're done, at a reasonable hour, but considering how late it gets dark in the summer, all right, I'm not going to be able to get the little end of that off there, I don't think, because I don't know where my X-Acto knife is, which is what I would turn to at this point. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I'm completely destroying my thumbnail at this moment. And now my fingers, like my hands are not yellow, but my fingers are like a sickly yellow. Look like I've jaundiced on my fingertips. I don't think that's a thing, but it's a skin color thing usually. The yellow washes off easily enough, but it's sticking to my fingernails like nobody's business. There's just one tiny corner down there that is not complying with me. I really, really want it to come off. Oh, come on. There's just like one little, okay. I think that should work now. Yeah. Tomorrow's the in observance of day. Instead of Friday this year, it's on a Monday. 3-day weekend for a lot of people. All the federal government, civil servants, post office, banks. So they'll be up being banana balls. Do you have to work tomorrow, Carla, or do you get the day off? I feel like you may have told me this already. Pick that up just a little bit. I don't want it right on the edge. Still kind of thick, but not glossy on the back at least. We're just going to keep working that till it sets. Did not get enough glue under there. That's going to smooch out everywhere. All right. Nice, Carla. It's a regular state of affairs for you, just being slightly off a little bit to the left. Okay. So, come on, Texas, you need to glue down. What's up with you? Unruly to the end. And I still have my Don't Mess with Texas bag to use somewhere inside. I really wish it was a paper bag, but it's plastic, so I'm going to have to work with that. Maybe I'll cut it down and use it as a page. Like a flippy flappy page. Okay. So I think, let me look at this on the camera now. I think that's done. So I think we have our front. This is our back. That's the back of our thing. And that's going to be the front cover. So what I'm going to do is let these dry completely. And then I'm going to Mod Podge over the top of them. And then I'm going to seal it with wax. I'm not going to work on this tomorrow night. But on Wednesday, when I come for my usual magazine harvest night, I'll do a little bit of harvesting out of one of the travel magazines on Wednesday coming up. And then we'll work on this again. Maybe I'll even have this glued to the cover, and we'll start working on some of the pages. We're just reaching the end too, Nina. I'm sorry. It's nice to see you, though. Welcome, welcome. So tomorrow night is the sale. 6 o'clock my time. That's 7, 8, and 9 across the country. And we'll have some tea-dyed stuff, some deli papers, some oopsies and ohs. I hope I have time to get to them before tomorrow. Nina, you are a sharer, that's for sure. This is what we worked on tonight. No great shakes, just a little collaging. This is going to go, I went on the trip with Els. I don't know if you know, on this Adventure Across America. So these are going to be book covers, and see, I did pretty good. Some of this will go over, which is not terrible, but well, we might lose a little bit of Texas there, but we'll know. So I think that'll be fine. That's going to be our front and back covers for our book. I'm going to do a ring bound. So I may, between now and Wednesday, if I have it in me, to get the cover done up, so we can start working on pages. You work tomorrow on Wednesday night? I'll also be on Friday, I hope. I'll be on one of the, preferably Friday evening. I don't think there's anything going on Friday this upcoming week. This is the first Saturday, so second Saturday. Defy should be next Saturday, so I don't think that will clash. So hopefully I'll be on Friday evening at 6 o'clock. You'll try to boo beforehand. Thank you for sharing, Nina. Always interesting. I know, Nina just can't. I'm sorry, they're too long to rewatch, I know. So yeah, so I'll get these scored up and get them sealed and hopefully get them onto the covers so that we can move on to the fun stuff of working on pages. I guess I should leave that there because it's boring without it. So I decided on 18 total pages. I probably will make a few more just because I want to do like a journal page for each one of the highlights while it's still kind of fresh in my mind. Your filter is cracked. That's okay. We appreciate people who are out there with whatever is going on. It's all good. Everybody poos. It's not like we don't know. So yeah, so that's kind of my schedule this week. I don't have all the lives into the thing yet, but I am trying to be more regular. So look for me on tomorrow for the sale, Wednesday for a little harvest, and we'll work on this some more. And then Friday for hanging in the hollow. No, what did I say? Oh, and tomorrow my live after the live. So after the sale, I'll do a little live, and we'll work on the Halloween creepy book. Friday will probably be I don't know yet. I have not decided. So if you have suggestions, feel free to email them or, throw them at me via the internet in some fashion. So we're going to wrap this up because we have been on for the amount of time we've been on for. 2 hours and 21 minutes. Woo! So that's how long it took me to make these collages. And that's actually probably an accurate amount of time for how long this would have taken me because I would have sat here and stared at it for longer if I hadn't been talking to you guys. So thank you for that. You want to play? I think everybody wants to win the lotto, but yes, I don't, but I can do one. Yeah, because we shouldn't double schedule. I don't at this point. Thank you though for asking. Now I know you'll have one, so if I win with a package, yay! Right. So however you guys are spending your days and nights, it's your retirement plan, Carla. Oof. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I'll start playing here. I think they have lotto here. I'll have to ask Els. I don't know. Or go to bingo or something, right? However you're spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Yeah, right, Nina? Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Until I see you in one of my lives, sale tomorrow. She's already gone. I'll let her know you said hey. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Yeah, I knew what you meant, but I like pertinently. Blessings and bright everythings to you guys. Thank you so much for coming and spending time with me. I got to go talk to Brenda now. I got to go send her a price. I promise I'm taking care of that. Have a stunning evening, you guys, and hug those cats and dogs. Darn all those fireworks. Bye, 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 bye. The end.